Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I'll start letting everyone get the notifications. I guess they sending out the notification. Okay, I see one person. Hey, Mr. Parker. Start letting other people get the notifications. Let's see. I see Shan, Yolanda, Bridget. I'm glad you received a notification. It seems like they're going out late. Because I get a notification on my phone when I go live, and I just got it. So it seems like the notifications are going out late. Thank you, Miss Rita. Positive vibes, Teresa. Um, did I miss anyone? Yolanda. I said Bridget, but that's Bridge, HPT2. Hey, Miss Teresa. I wanted to talk about holding teams. Hey, Miss Diane. Holding teams and adults accountable that take innocent lives. It's funny because I got home, not too long ago, and I had to go out on Hickory Hill today, tonight actually, and I promised to God I was kind of dreading doing it. And at the intersection that they were killed at, they got it cleaned up really good, but I had to go through Rains because the location that I had to go to was right off of Hickory Hill. And so, but what I did notice was, I mean, you could feel like the end, like it seemed like the cars were driving slow. It just seems like it was a different energy. Like it was kind of solid. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's like the cars were driving slow, like everybody. But it could have been because the state troopers was on Hickory Hill. It was about 10 cars. It was like 10 cars of state troopers in a parking lot, and they was lit up like they had their lights going right there at Hickory Hill close to Rain. So that's probably why it was like that. I was like, wow, it was like 10 of them all pulled in one parking lot, and they had their lights on. So I guess they was letting people know they out and they're not playing, and that, I guess that's a deterrence too, you know. But I tell you, it's sad. Yeah, it's really sad. So I was thinking, I was like, wow, I've been looking at, different people post about what should happen, right? And there are some people, that understand what the problem is. And then I saw some people posting, blaming the police, from my understanding, once another police car saw him and they turned their lights on, he started running again and ran through the light. I don't even know if that particular police had started chasing him. He turned his sirens on. He probably did get behind him, but he still shouldn't have ran, the lights. But I have been seeing quite a few people for some reason. They just do not want to hold these damn fools accountable. They just don't. Well, if the police went out harassing folks, um, they ain't supposed to be chasing people. Um, who's to say that the police was chasing them? The police that initially was chasing him broke it off. That's how they lost him. And when another, because they were still in the area looking for him, when another police spotted him, he turned his lights on and he put his foot on the gas again. Are they not supposed to turn their lights on? I mean, are they? I'm just saying, what can the police do? Are they supposed to let these folks kids kill everybody and do nothing? I mean, should they just let them come up in y'all's yards and steal y'all cars and shit and break into your house? I mean, if they do nothing, people got a problem with that. So I'm trying to understand, when do we start holding criminals accountable? I don't give a fuck how old they are. I don't care. When do we start holding them accountable? Because see, I understand, like, when people have just don't like the police. Some people just don't like the police, because I'm not saying that all I know there are a lot of jacked up police officers, okay? So those police officers, when they harass innocent people, I can understand that, but it's just like I can't put that jacket on every police officer's back just because certain people have had problems with one particular police officer. I ain't talking about the criminals, because I mean, if you out committing crimes, you gonna have issues with the police. So I can't take your side, because if you stop breaking into folks' houses, stop robbing people, stop wanting to rape all the children and little boys and women, and little babies and girls, if these folks' kids have wanted to stop doing that, they probably wouldn't even have no issues with the police. But instead, it never fails. I see people jump on their social medias and stuff, and they find a way to put the blame at the police, because they have the same mentality as a lot of these damn fools that are out here committing these crimes. People feel like they are supposed to be able to violate you and kill you and your family members and do whatever it is that they want to do in peace. And because a lot of these Negroes identify with them, they feel like they supposed to be able to do it too. Cause I used to be out there robbing and killing people, but I'm reformed. It don't change nothing. The people that you was out there robbing and killing, and violating still has issues. Okay, they don't get over it just because you reformed. And so now, just because you claim you reformed, you want somebody else that's coming up under you to be able to get away with it. No, these folks need to do something with their damn kids. Because at this point, I really think they should give them the death penalty. I don't give a damn. Is that going to be a deterrence? Because when you have 14, 15, and 16-year-old kids that are joyriding in cars, the parents need to go to jail and the kids need to go to jail. Okay, so I understand now we have politicians because there's a juvenile court judge, and I had voted for Judge Sugarman. Okay, because I made the mistake that so many black people make. I know Judge Sugarman's father was had a good reputation. He was a lawyer. I do believe in his last days he was a judge, but he was known. He was a civil rights lawyer for Dr. Martin Luther King and them. Okay, he was their he was their lawyer, and so Judge Sugarman and them, their family has always had a name, I guess, within the community. So Judge Sugarman was running for juvenile court and he lost, and so this last time he won. And so I think it's a darn shame before God because people get the issues confused. When a lot of these juveniles are out here committing crimes, they don't really understand that Steve Mulroy is not does the juveniles does not come before him, not unless they decide they're going to charge him as an adult. Okay. But a lot of the reasons that these juveniles are getting slapped on the wrist is because Judge Sugarman is not doing a damn thing to them. He feels like juveniles are supposed to be out to commit crimes. And so it's so bad that I'm told that the juveniles call him Judge Sugar Daddy. Judge Sugar Daddy gonna let us back out. That's what they say he's saying. Judge Sugar Daddy gonna let us back out. That's what they say the juveniles say. Because I don't care what they do. They could kill, steal, rob, or whatever. He gonna let them right back out. It's happening. It ain't nothing I'm making up. We seeing it. Okay. And so now the parents, I've been saying this for the longest, their feet has to be held to the fire. Why is your 16-year-old son out and you don't know where he is? Why is he able to pull up in your yard with cars, joyride? You know damn well his friends ain't got no job. So whose cars are they in? These nice cars and stuff that they're driving. You letting your 16-year-old son go outside and get in the car with them, right? Sorry, just ain't enough. I have issues with that anyways. I have issues with sorry. Anyways, I have issues with that because I think people use it now because the mentality is it's better to ask for it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. So people feel like now they could do whatever they want to do to you and say sorry. I have issues when somebody does something to me and then they come back and say I'm sorry, you did it on purpose. That's why I live by you can't do what you want to do to me and then say you sorry. No, it don't work like that. Fuck you. Okay, that's how I feel about it. And so that's what's going on. These parents, well, I'm sorry, but that's my child too. It's always a but. Okay, but you going to jail because anytime you have a minor and they're consistently out committing crimes, that is a issue. Especially when they're consistently stealing cars and then the cars are pulled up in your driveway and you try to act like you don't know what's going on. I told y'all a friend of mine said that they went and did a bust at a house in Hickory Hill. That's where all the car thieves are. And he says when they went into the mother's house and went into the son's bedroom, his bedroom door wasn't open to nothing. On his dresser, on his dresser. He says, when I was young, we used to say, sorry, didn't do it. You did. It was about 100 key fobs on his dresser. About 100 key fobs on his dresser. He said they were not hidden, nothing. They was just out there, just laid out on the dresser. About 100 key fobs, all kinds of different IDs. All of these people IDs after they stole their cars and stuff, they got their IDs and credit cards and stuff just laid all out on his dresser. They asked the mother, what's going on? Why are you this, and that? You know, people try to play dumb. Ma'am, you didn't see this in your house? This stuff is just laid out. All these different credit cards, all these key fobs are over 100, just laid out where your son is stealing cars. And when he stole the cars, these people he robbing folks, all their IDs and driver's licenses. No, I barely come into my son room. Lady, you got a house, and you saying you barely come into your son room, a house you paying for. You didn't see that. Yeah, she goes into her son room. Even if it's sporadic, she goes in there and she done looked at them IDs and she done asked them if them credit cards have you checked them credit cards to see if they, closed them down yet, or is they still open? And if it is, give me one of them. That's what's going on. That's why I don't have no issues with parents going to jail, especially when they have underage kids that are out continuously committing crimes. And so it all goes back to also when I say you cannot vote based on name recognition. That's the mistake that we all make. And look at what's going on. I don't know who funded Judge Sugarman, but I'm trying to understand, or who funded him. I'm trying to understand why he wants all the juveniles that are committing the crimes. Because see, what's happening is a lot of these old niggas have figured out that the juveniles are just getting a tap on the wrist. So now they're doing again what they used to do. We're gonna get the little niggas to go and do it, and then you're gonna be right back out. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So, even if the father ain't in the child's life, if his name on the birth certificate and the child is out committing crimes, the mama, if the mother is the custodial parent, the father needs to step up. Okay, okay. Now we got to. Okay, so now mother, you're gonna have to go and go to jail, and we're gonna have to remove the child. Y'all, something has to happen. So people say, well, how you gonna remove a child from his mama? That ain't helping him. It ain't helping him being there with her. Maybe if you remove him and put his ass somewhere, you'll put him with somebody that's gonna watch him. Okay. See, people don't like to hear that. People, because everybody just be wanting a pacifier. Nobody wants to deal with anything. We're creatures of habit, and as long as it does not affect us directly, we really don't give a damn. And because we can identify, everybody has people in their family that's out doing wrong. They kind of identify more with the criminals, right? Until they end up being the victim. They kind of identify more with the criminals. And so it's just easy to always blame the police. Okay, they got away. Okay, well, if the police had not been at him for stealing somebody's car, they never would have gotten taken out. No, the fact of the matter is those teenagers were wrong all the way across the board. That's it. That's all, y'all. It can't be no more excuses. It can't be. Those teenagers took out a whole family. Do y'all understand me? Normally, if somebody's mother is unfortunately meets their demise, they have their grandmother to kind of help to pick up the pieces. They ain't got that. And so you got a 2-year-old baby in the hospital fighting for her life, and you got folks on the internet, some people saying the police had the reason they dead because they should not been messing with them because they, even though they stealing cars and robbing people. What the fuck is the police job to do then? Let y'all kids do whatever they want to do? Well, then it's time to start putting the parents in jail. If they start paying for what they no good ass kids do, then a lot of this stuff gonna stop. How about that? But that's too harsh too, right? So is there no need for the police? Because I mean, everybody's talking about defund the police. So y'all let criminals that ain't a bit of good. I don't care how good they talk. Get up on their platforms, talk against the police. Do y'all know what they doing in their background? They involved in human trafficking. They involved in selling drugs. They involved in car theft rings. So no, yeah, they want the police defunded so they can go ahead and snatch up your little granddaughter. That's what they want. So they can rest. They can do it peacefully. These no good motherfuckers that's got some of these platforms. And people are so accustomed, well, we the victim. They just let it happen to black people. Since we got the power to stop it. Stop indulging in junk and want some righteousness. But people straddle the fence because little Junebug out there selling drugs and bringing some of these folks back some money. Well, if I do get involved, because Junebug helped me pay my rent. I've been saying a lot of these parents know exactly what they kids do. They don't have no issues with it until something start happening to them. You know damn well your child ain't no good. And he out there stealing cars and breaking into burglarizing houses in the neighborhood. You ain't got no issues with it. He burglarizing houses when he bringing you jewelry and shit. Old people got a lot of gold rings and shit like that. Junebug ass ain't got no job because you raised him up. He's sorry. He's sorry. So he ain't got no damn job. You can't even get him to wash his ass. So he ain't going to no job. So why would you accept a ring or a bracelet or a necklace? And you trying to tell me you don't know your son is burglarizing houses? Oh, okay. So now somebody he break into the wrong house and they blow his damn back out. He ain't got nothing but a damn hole in his back. Now everybody throwing up, yeah, but he was turning around, get ready to run out. Nobody is being held accountable. So now the person's house that he broke in got to look at facing charges because your no good ass son broke up in his house and he blew his damn back out. I wouldn't give a damn if he was getting ready to walk out. He should have blew his head out. He gave him some grace and blew his back out. So now people want charges brought against the homeowner because the homeowner said, I don't give a damn about him getting ready to walk back up out of here. He had his back turned, going back to the door. The fact of the matter is he broke up into my shit. And when he was walking out, he had my shit. And he ain't gonna walk back up in here because y'all gonna be walking them down there to their grave. And people have issues with that. Okay? That's because don't nobody want to ever hold nobody accountable. Same thing with these girls. These girls have flipped. They have lost their damn minds. They doing anything these boys tell them to do. They setting folks up. They setting folks up. They setting dudes up. They tricking off and setting them up. And then what's happening is they going missing. Ain't nobody talking about that. Okay? Because if you tricking off now and you setting somebody up to be robbed, especially if you talking about a damn drug dealer. Ain't nobody even teaching their girls nothing. You think he's not going to retaliate? You think he ain't gonna retaliate against you? Yes, he is. He's going to retaliate. So these girls are just as bad as these boys. And the sad thing about it is a lot of them are teenagers. So we keep talking about rehabilitation. What is it to rehabilitate? A lot of them was never even taught nothing. I'm about to give a damn about no rehabilitation when somebody, I don't care how old they are, has just taken out their whole family. And you jump your ass, your no good, sorry ass as a politician on the news, talking about we just gotta do something to help these teens. They're hurting. Fuck that. They just took out a whole family. What are you gonna do? How much time is he gonna get? There has to be some retribution, and it's not happening because crime pays. Okay. And so we fall right into the BS as it relates to that. We fall right into it. I promise to God, we do. Yeah, they do black people wrong and this and that. And I ain't saying they don't do some black people wrong. Some of these niggas deserve exactly what they get. And I'm not talking about before these no good bitch ass niggas that's in the bushes, okay, that come over here that is committed to trying to misunderstand me, not you, bitch. I'm getting ready to correct that right now. Not anybody that has been wrongly killed by the police. Okay, not them. But some of these people deserve exactly what they get. When they sit up and talk about the police beat their ass, some of them have been needing their ass tore out the frame. They don't tell y'all about what some of these folks do. That's the reasons why when people come on here trying to make me feel bad, I worked for the police department too long. I saw what these niggas will do, and they do it to damn babies and women and children and stuff. You got these crazy ass women that will follow anything. They they sitting up doing this out black. The police is uh hurt my friend's son. They should have whooped his ass. They tore his ass out the frame because I remember a time if they made a scene and a child had been violated, they took him somewhere and they whooped their ass and dropped him off at the med. They didn't kill him, and I think they deserved every bit of it. But what started happening was you had a lot of black people that would forget. They would forget. Oh, what they did to that baby was wrong. I told y'all about when I was working, when I first started working for the police department. I was sitting outside of 201 Poplar. A lady that worked in the DA's office said, "Why do they do our children so bad? Why do they do these babies like that?" And and what had happened was a girl let a dude move up into her house with her, didn't even know him, had a 6-month-old baby. So they gonna shack up. She goes to work and leave her child at home with the boyfriend that she didn't even really know. He decides that he wants to do something to the 6-month-old baby. So he tries to penetrate the baby. Now I have girls. Me, I got daughters. So anybody on here, whether they got daughters or not, has changed a pamper. Okay? They've changed the pamper. And they've changed the pamper. And everybody knows that a 6-month-old baby ain't even open. Her little self ain't even open. So he decides he want to penetrate the baby and ripped the baby apart. Ripped her apart and then went to the Walmart and got a needle and thread and then try to sew the baby back up. So not only did he hurt her once, he hurt that baby twice. By one tearing her up, trying to penetrate her, and then going to get a needle hurts. Can you imagine somebody sticking a needle in your vagina and you a baby, a 6 month old, and y'all telling me that bitch didn't need, he really needed to be dead. The police has tore his ass out the damn frame. When they saw that baby laying there bleeding like that, they whooped his ass cat raggedy. They should have killed him. Okay? And you had niggas sitting up hollering about, yeah, I know what he did to the baby was wrong, but he's still a human being. He still got rights. Yeah, that's why a lot of us are in the condition and the positions that we are in, because we try to find a way to uphold wrong. Stand with them when they right, but we want to stand with them when they right and wrong, and that's an oxymoron. That's an oxymoron for real. Okay? So something has to happen. We're talking about holding teens accountable and holding adults accountable, because nobody wants to hear about rehabilitation when they have lost their loved ones and carelessly. Rather, it was a mistake, and not, well, he didn't try to do it. Okay, he ain't had no business in no stolen car. Period. So there has to be some accountability. There has to be some accountability. So anyway, y'all, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? Shouldn't have dropped my link last night. I see my numbers are jumping. I guess they got Vanessa hacked too, because somehow the numbers are jumping again, which means that they in my stream yard messing with my stuff. So what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to take my computer somewhere tomorrow, and I will. But when y'all start seeing the numbers jumping, that mean they messing with the stream yard. This stuff been going on for years. Whoever it is real twisted. I hope they die. A person that's at it that long, they sick and they need to be dead. And I'm serious. That's one of the ones that need to be dead. They good for nothing. They never should have been born. They mammy ain't shit. Nothing else. Okay. They mammy ain't shit for having them, bitch. You need to be dead, ho. You need to be dead, because anybody like that, anytime you sitting up hiring hackers and all you can do is mess with numbers, use a motherfucking sick twisted ass motherfucker, you good for nothing, your mammy ain't shit, and both of you bitches ought to be dead. Okay? And I hope that hits you, motherfucker, because you been doing this for motherfucking 3 years, bitch. You good for nothing, you's a motherfucking crackhead hoe. You and your mammy ain't shit. Nah, and I said it for it to hit. It don't make no sense. Y'all know why a lot of these damn kids ain't shit. Y'all know why a lot of them ain't nothing. Because look at how some of these folks is on YouTube. They somebody's damn parent. A lot of these kids cannot do well because they damn parents ain't shit. They ain't shit. If you an old ass nigga and you sitting up hiring hackers and fucking with YouTube, and StreamYard all this time, you ain't shit. You good for nothing. You ought to have a drug overdose and die. Make it everybody life better, to include your own family members. Some of y'all should have been swallowed. Your mama couldn't even do that right. She couldn't even do that right. She didn't even know how to swallow. And so that's the reasons why a lot of these kids don't stand a chance. Cause you got sick, stupid motherfuckers. I was looking at my that's all right. Okay. But I think it's sad, y'all. I do. I think that it's really sad that a lot of this stuff goes on. It is. So there has to be some accountability, y'all. There has to be accountability all the way across the board. It has to be accountability with the parents and with the people that we choose to put into office. They have to be held accountable. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. And the thing about it is I just had it. And I ain't got it no more. I have not been feeling my best today. I was not feeling good today at all. It is. It's sad. My head and stuff been hurting me so bad today. It's ridiculous. And I still had to get out and work. So that's why I say we got to start holding people's feet to the fire. Y'all hold on 1 second, okay? I'm gonna go out and come back in. I had to go out and come back in. But y'all, it's sad. It really is. I hate all of this stuff is happening. Um, hold on. Okay. But I got on here because I feel like you guys, there has to be a solution to all that is going on as it relates to these kids consistently um committing these crimes and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. It's like they are freely able to do whatever they want to, and nothing happens. The parents are not being held accountable, and the people that they are committing these offenses against are able to just they have to pick up the pieces. They have to pick. They're left to pick up the pieces, right? While you have politicians hollering about, you know, um, rehabilitation. No, how about rehabilitation after they go and commit, they go and they do their time. And so what they're doing is they're committing offenses against the people that are actually the ones that are getting out voting. So that's why I say it is important and imperative for people that are getting out and voting to vote out the people that ain't doing nothing. The folks that's committing the crimes are not voting. So why should we allow people to stay into office and continuously vote for people that are protecting the folks that ain't even voting for them anyways? She probably is hacked. She probably is hacked. She had two profiles up on Cypress panel one night. I don't remember the day. Well, she probably is hacked. I didn't know that because whoever it is, they are hacking. They got access to Cypress's StreamYard. So that's why I didn't let him up last night, but I'm sure, but I didn't think about it. Venice's probably hacked too, which means that they would have access to my situation. Okay. And but you know the thing that's so sad about it is that I guess they feel like of course they would hack Vanessa because they feel like Vanessa, is going to Vanessa don't talk about the young dog situation. She don't. But people are doing it now because they feel like we got access to do it and we're getting away with it. That's the reasons why I do what I do. I do what I do. And when them bitches start going down, they got everything to lose. You start taking down everybody that's around these bitch ass niggas that's got everything to lose since they want to use their resources. You start making sure that them bitches, them pitiful ass women start losing their livelihoods. Bitch, you gonna give access to what you working at a place, and you gonna let these niggas make you lose everything because you violating your job's policies? If these women think that folks don't reach out and tell on them, they out of their damn mind. It don't take nothing for the FBI to subpoena a job, especially when they're violating federal laws, and go back and look at their numbers or whatever it is, their ID numbers, and see what they've been doing on the systems at their job. So not only will they have criminal charges from the person that they have violated, they're gonna have probably criminal charges from their job. Not to mention they're gonna lose their motherfucking job when the job start getting all them lawsuits. So you have to start hitting the people that's got something to lose. Bitch, how you gonna have a damn be in cybersecurity and be dealing with a fucking crackhead helping him violate, bitch? So bitch, you need to lose everything you got. Use a fickle bitch, as D-Mom would say. Use a fickle bitch, bitch. It ain't nothing about you having no degrees. Use a fickle, lonely bitch. Cause no motherfucker could ever make me get on YouTube and make me violate federal laws, ho. So a fickle bitch need to lose all her motherfucking property since she want to brag about it. Don't think because I don't say nothing, bitch, I don't know. Just like you motherfuckers filing fake reports, that shit has turned, bitch. Y'all let a crackhead make y'all file fake reports, bitch, and get y'all looked at. Because I ain't got no issues. Okay? I'll see what that cybersecurity gonna do for you in jail, ho. We're gonna see. These women be chasing men on here because they looking at their profiles and all of that. Some of them a bunch of damn country bumpkins. Pathetic. Bitch, they don't want you. If you didn't know how to hack, bitch, they wouldn't even want nothing to do with you. So you lose everything. And then maybe if you start to build it again, if you ever get out of it, ho, because they on y'all ass, you'll know how to keep it. And you won't let some damn internet scumbags make you lose it. And I'm through with that. Some of these folks have to be cussed out to let them know, bitch, you ain't getting away with nothing. You's a stupid hoe. These niggas on here can't even pay their own bills. How you gonna let them put you in a position where you can't pay yours? Okay, but I digress. Oh, bet y'all didn't think I knew what I knew. I put it out there, bitch, because I want you to know I know. Parker says part of the problem too is a lot of people in our community don't even know what to ask for as politicians. They don't know what to ask for. They don't know what to ask for. When we elect politicians, we supposed to already know what we want. We already know, okay? We already know how we're suffering. I don't understand how our community could just be accustomed to suffering. Yeah, I don't listen. I think our people have adopted, and it comes from generations. Lord knows I believe in God. I believe that there is a God. I know that there is a God. Okay. I know that there is a God. I can't do what I do without God and knowing that there is a higher power, a higher entity, and I'm in the image of that entity and power makes me feel good, y'all. But we got to get out of our brains that we gonna enjoy life once we die. I'ma suffer now. I gotta suffer. And then when I die, I'm gonna walk the streets of gold. I'm gonna walk in some gold now. Cause I'm gonna go over there to the jewelry store if I want some gold and buy me some. I'm gonna wear it if I want it. I don't wear no gold, no jewelry. Okay. But if I want it, I'm gonna go get it now and I'm gonna enjoy it now. And we gotta get unaccustomed to that crap that we're supposed to suffer. No, God says, I came to give you life and give you life more abundantly. So I think that's why people have issues. When folks say, well, I want an abundance. Oh, she boastful. No, that's what the word of God says. So why you want to suffer? Why you feel like you're supposed to suffer? It ain't nothing good about nobody committing offenses against you. I hear people say now, when somebody commit an offense against them, well, God got me. God put me through that. That was God ain't put you through that. That was the devil. That was a person in their evil ways that decided that they wanted to commit that offense against you. That's why I say we got to hold politicians' feet to the fire. So when they asses decide that they want to commit a unjust offense against you, it's gonna be some repercussions. See, people are just getting away with doing whatever they want to do, and there are no repercussions. There are no repercussions. Okay? There are no repercussions. And that is the reasons why they do it. And so I think we just got to, our mindsets have to change and how we deal with stuff. Okay? Our mindsets got to change. Okay, so now what has to happen is when you start organizing, you say, well, some laws got to be changed. We got to know who the lawmakers are. Because see, when you start going down there to the police station, you are already off track. Because Chief Davis don't make no laws. I constantly hear people talking about Chief Davis. Chief Davis don't run nothing. She don't make laws. Police officers, law enforcement don't make laws. Why do y'all think they call them law enforcement? People need to learn definitions. And so they get mad at me because they say, well, she act like we dumb. Well, somebody got to say something. Law enforcement is called law enforcement because they enforce the laws. They don't write them. So when we start marching in front of the damn police station, we already off track because they can't do a damn thing but enforce what is already on the books. So if we want some laws changed, we need to figure out who writing them laws and putting them on the book. Laws are different state to state. So when you start talking about the president, you still is off track. So that means there's got to be some state, some state people or politicians that are writing these laws, and it ain't the president. So that means you probably need to start looking at your senator, your governor, your state senator, your state Congress, and your state governor. But as long as they can keep you pointing the finger at the police department, the local mayor, in which they money comes in there, but they ain't writing no laws. These lawmakers are getting away with murder. They literally are, because they are making it where these criminals can get back out, because these lawmakers are lawyers. They're lawyers, and all of their generations of their sons and daughters and stuff are lawyers. If they let the criminals back out, their kids and family members will consistently have a job and make plenty of money. off of representing these damn fools. So they don't want them to have to go to jail and ain't making them. And the people that are hardworking are left to suffer. I know people say poverty ignites crime. You're right. Poverty ignites crime. So I mean, when you start talking about your mayor, your commissioners, and your council people, that's when you start going to them and saying the funds that are coming in to the city and to the area that we elected you for, because they're only over certain districts. Where that money going? We need this. We need the free lunch back. We need summer jobs. We need to get the mayor, the city council, and the commissioners on one accord. That's when we start incorporating programs. Okay. We get the lawmakers to change the laws to that's a deterrence. Nigga, your ass is gonna do you can go and commit a vehicular homicide if you want to. That's a mandatory 25 years. I bet you their ass is gonna slow down when they get to a red light. I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't nothing nobody told me. This is what I know for a fact. When I was working for MPD, when the police officers would be on a chase, if they a lot of times they would break and start going towards that Arkansas bridge. By the time they got on that bridge, them niggas would stop and surrender right before they went over into West Memphis, Arkansas. You know why? Because the laws in Arkansas is different. The police can gun your ass down because you are a threat to innocent people, just like them niggas did my little cousin them last night. You are a threat. When you're coming over there on a high-speed chase, they can shoot you down. They will stop on their bridge because they knew that the West Memphis, Arkansas police would be waiting for them and they was going to fill their ass full of holes. They would surrender and take their ass to 201 Papa. These niggas ain't on drugs like we think. They doing what they want to do because there are no repercussions. Okay? Mr. Parker says, Senate House Governor Mayor Cap, black people been poor for generations. Laziness breeds crime. Plus size Betty says, yes, we do summer jobs and make them sign up at school and they got to go or spend the summer in juvenile. Summer jobs, I don't know. The parents are gonna have to. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on too. These kids are driving like what's the name of that game? Because I know, because I used to play it with my nephew. I ain't gonna even lie. He would say, "TT, you want to play game with me?" And I'll be playing the game with him. The game with they got the dog named Chop, the dog named Little Chop, and then you could change it to a white man and a black man, and the man got a girlfriend. And so, this how these kids are driving. They think that they that's all they do is sit at home and play those games. So now what's gonna have to happen is they're gonna have to start pulling the games away. See, my sister is my sister is very involved as it relates to my nephew. My little nephew is such a good child. He's very polite. He's a very good child. He understands that that's not reality because his mother makes him understand that. Okay. She even stopped him from playing the game one while because she was looking at him. She said, "Didn't I tell you they would pull out the guns. You could pull out the guns and start shooting at the police officers or shooting at innocent bystanders." And as a child, because he's 7 years old, he had started when he would turn the game on, and he would he would pull the gun out and just start shooting innocent bystanders. She said, "Didn't I tell you not to do that? Why did you do that? I told you if you're gonna play that game, don't do that. So I'm gonna take it away from you." Whenever he plays it now, he don't do that, but he's kind of growing out of it because she got him in other activities. He tall and thick, so he plays football. She have him in basketball. He was a part of the youth Grizzlies basketball team. She have him in all types of stuff, so he don't really have time to play that game anymore. He a straight A student. He's very polite, and she don't tolerate him being disrespectful to adults. Okay? So a lot of what we seeing when these folks going through red lights and they killing folks. They think that they're a part of that game. They said the GTA, the auto theft or whatever it's called. Hold on, y'all. Let me see who this is. Okay. And they're driving just like the people drive in that game. They're driving just like they drive in that game. So, like I said, y'all, there has to be a change. It do. Plus size baddie says, yes, we do summer jobs and make them sign up at school. Um, yeah, y'all run the likes up for me. I tell you, I really wish. Well, I don't know what was out there last night. I was going to say, I wish the troopers had been out there like that last night. But hey, if them being out there like that tonight in Hickory Hill is going to save somebody else from losing their life, then I wish they would do it every single night. But I'll go on record as saying, and hey, the teenagers who did this, I'm sure their parents probably are, very empathetic to what has happened and apologetic. But what's going to have to happen is these parents are going to have to be held accountable. Therefore, when they sit up and say, well, my son 15, 16 years old, I can't make him do what I say do. He leaves the house. Okay, now he'll run away. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to start calling the police and let them know he's a runaway. And hey, when they catch him, send him to spend time and listen, something has to happen. What's happening at home ain't working out. So then you're gonna have to try something else. Fathers gonna have to start getting in their kids' lives, but I'm talking about fathers that are healthy, that's got a healthy mind because some of these men on the same thing that these little boys are on. They think it's something that their sons are in gangs and gang members. As a matter of fact, their sons, they're still in gangs. I think it's a darn shame when a man is in their 30s and 40s and 50s and hollering about they are gang members. Hollering about they are gang members. Years old. A lot of them, their knees bad. They got water on their knees. Have to go get their damn knees and shit drained. Got arthritis in their fingers. Can't bear talk trying to get disability because their damn fingers got carpal tunnel, arthritis. Okay, all in their fingers and stuff. But then they trying to throw up a damn gang sign. Trying to get disability because they fingers clicking and shit. And then, but they want to throw up a gang sign at 50 years old. And so that these kids, unfortunately, are products of that stupidity. Cataract, glaucoma, can't hardly even see, but got the nerve to be sitting up, um, promoting violence and all of that. Ain't trying to raise their sons up to be to. It's just, it's just sad. It really is. It's sad what's going on. Hey, little mama. Anyways, I tell you. Hold on, you all. ZK says it's horrible what happened. Thank you, ZK. Um, I will open the lines up. You all can call in. Yeah, that's the number. If you want to call in, you can call in. I'll be on a little while longer. Yeah, hit the like button for me. Um, she says, I'm late for the party. When I got on, I didn't have intentions on staying on long. I really got on to talk, and I think I talked about what I wanted to talk about. Holding teens accountable. Like I said, when I went out, I had to go out to Hickory Hill tonight, exactly on Hickory Hill around Rains. And the energy just seems, I don't know, it just seems very, I don't know, solemn. And the state troopers are on Hickory Hill heavy tonight. They are on no, I was on Kirby. Yeah, I was on Kirby and Rains. So it's gonna be interesting because the thing about it is with juveniles, you don't ever really know, what's going on with them because they're not allowed to show them. The information is not readily available. So I mean, those juveniles could probably be back out. Judge Sugarman might have let them back out. As far as we know, they had not been charged yet, not unless they just did it recently. So it's just sad, you guys. It really is. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off because I got something else I need to do. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe, okay? If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.